demolding, what is this, our 5th pour?
Your 5th pour, my 3rd.
Yeah, his 3rd. They came out pretty solid on the surfaces. We've had a lot of big bubble issues that like completely take out whole chunks on them. These are, you know, salvageable. You can see there's some bigger, like medium-sized bubbles inside of the 8, but that kind of gives it some character. They're rollable. They're not, you know, pipped on the corners. You can tell there's a lot of tiny bubbles in here. I guess our pressure pot, our makeshift pressure pot, has not been holding a lot of pressure, so that's why. But his look pretty, excuse you. His look pretty good. I need to get the flashing off of mine. They got kind of thick, so it's gonna take a little bit of doing, but I have high hopes. Pictures coming. I'm so excited to show you. This is my 5th pull for dice. Ignore that right now. This is my 5th dice pull. Also these, but they came out a little worse. But anyways, I'm so excited about how they came out. So these two are unpainted because I didn't want to keep them. I have in this specific mold, I have 3 different D4. As you can see, that's a D4 here. So these are also D4. I chose to keep one of them because it came out the best. But this is unpainted. I love how the colors happen, and this is why I'm not keeping it, because of that huge chunk right there. But this is the result of a dirty pour is what they call it. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's not a dirty, I don't know. Anyways, so I put in some alcohol dye into my epoxy and mixed it until it was nearly opaque. I didn't put a whole bunch of dye into the epoxy because I knew I wanted to also put drops of dye into the mold before I actually pour the epoxy into it. And that's how I kind of got that swirl in there. The epoxy ended up bluish, and I put black and white drops into the mold. So that's how that happened. Very much reminds me of like the ocean or a wave. Madam. So I ended up painting the numbers of the dye that I would keep, and these are not sellable. I would not consider these sellable because as you can see, there's still the micro bubbles in here and some of the more medium-sized ones. But this is a gift for somebody who's turning 15 tomorrow. He doesn't have social media, so it's okay if I post this right now. But because it reminded me of the ocean, I went with a baby blue and then like a bright green for the high number.